Hi everybody, Rick McEvoy here with my weekly photography blog video. This week is a change from the planned video and blog post that I was going to produce, which I said I was going to produce in my last blog. Last week I published a post about the best sunrise locations in Lindos. This was on the back of just getting back from a splendid 2-week holiday to Lindos, and one thing that I hate doing is getting back from a holiday where I've been out taking photos of the sunrise and put the photos into Lightroom and sorry, my chair's squeaking again. Basically the photos sit there for months on end and don't get edited, enjoyed by me and shared. So I produced 12 images, which was great, which I published on the website page. Go to my website, go to the Places tab and check out the Roads page and you'll find those 12 photos. This week I was meant to be writing about one of the elements of the exposure triangle, but I decided that really I should be concentrating on the business that I actually operate. Yeah, nice to write about holiday photos and sunsets and sunrises and what have you, but there is work to be done out there. So if you're not into architectural photography, building photography, this might not be for you. If you're an architect and you want a photographer, stay with me please. So what are we writing about? When I say we, of course, I do mean I. That's the royal we, as in me. Photography for architects, 15 ways that I can help you. The photo which is featured is it's taken of a refurbished building at Horndean Technology College in Hampshire. It was taken for the architect Kendall Kingscott. The building is completely unrecognisable from what the architects started working with. This photo is the one photo that tells the story of 3 years of work. The important bit is at the front here where there is a sensory garden for some of the kids. It was a very difficult shot to get. That plane was really there, the sun was really setting there. The only thing that I had to remove was a white van here. Or was it there? That's how good my Photoshop work is, I can't even tell. Anyway, I love that picture. The director of the architects kept on looking at it and saying it is that job in one photo, and if there's one thing as an architecture photographer that I want to achieve, it is telling a complete story of millions of pounds worth of work and masses of time by lots of people in one picture. This was it. One of my favourite architectural images. Anyway, let's move on. I thought my mouse was going to fail then. Photography for architects, 15 ways that I can help you. Well, why not? Photography for architects is my specialism. Architects are my favourite clients. Now, I'm not just saying that so architects get in touch with me. Architects really are my favourite clients. Architects invest a lot of time and effort and energy and emotion in firstly getting qualified and then in practicing and designing things, and I just like architects because architects value themselves and their work. That's why it's good enough for me. And me, well, I'm not an architect, I'm a chartered builder, I'm also a professionally qualified photographer. There can't be many photographers who are professionally qualified in construction and photography, so why would you choose anybody else as your architectural photographer? That is the question. So, bit of information here. If you just want to speak to me about a job, 3 ways to get in touch. Contact page, phone, email, and then we get into it a bit more. The 15 things, I shall fly through these quite quickly. Architecture photography, my specialism. Why the term architecture photography? Architecture photography, architectural photography, they're one and the same. I've gone with architecture photography today. Number 2, I can photograph your building wherever it is in its life cycle. Now, obviously anybody can do that, but I can do it and have done it. A plot of land in the planning phase. That's not an easy thing sometimes because you have to get the right bit of land, which might sound easier than it is. I photographed bits of land where massive developments in Bournemouth had been built, and that was used for the visualisation for planning applications. In fact, on one of those, I sent a photo to the client and I took it with my iPhone. And I just sent it and I said, is this the correct viewpoint? Please confirm. I'd marked the location on the ground and the client got back to me and he said, you haven't corrected verticals on the existing buildings. And I went, that's just a sighter shot, that. Anyway, it was all good. And now the buildings have been built there, which are quite big. So I photographed, live construction sites, completed buildings. I don't mention there, I've photographed demolition sites as well. Being a chartered builder, I've worked on demolition sites, not a problem. I've given you links to 3 of my portfolios: my architectural photography portfolio, my travel photography portfolio, my landscape photography portfolio. That's pretty much what I do. I photograph buildings in nice places and buildings in nice places, and the more nice places I can photograph with buildings in, the better. And if they're hot and sunny, even better. So if you want your construction site photographing on Paxos, give me a shout, I'll be there. Number 3, you only deal with me. It's all about me. I do everything. I answer the emails, I do the quotes, I arrange everything, I take the photos, I sort the photos, I edit the photos, I even do the invoice at the end. So it's just me. So that's one of the reasons that I've been doing these video blogs. So rather than just looking at a website and thinking, yeah, just photos, I give you an opportunity to get to know me, which is a risky thing, to be fair, because if you don't like me, you're not going to get in touch with me having read this video. You don't read videos, do you? Having read my blog and watched the video, hopefully you will like me and you will get in touch, but at least you know what you're going to get, because this is me. No dramas, no acts. This is me. A builder from Bolton. You get a high quality, bespoke, personal and professional service from me every time. I don't say in here, I don't think, but I'm not the cheapest photographer, but if price is your primary factor, then you might want to go elsewhere, because I don't pretend to be the cheapest, and I'm not going to be the cheapest and work for £50 for a day's work. I'm professionally qualified in photography and construction. ABIPP, Associate Member of the British Institute of Professional Photography. MCIOB, Member of the Chartered Institute of Building. I do have some other qualifications, but as they say in the airplane films, that's not important. Construction and photography experience. Lots of it. Years and years of it. I had my first camera when I was about 13, which, as I'm 29, is 16 years ago. Alright, it's a bit longer. And I've worked in construction since 1985. Yep, I am that old. I know I don't look it. High quality imagery. That's a bit of a grand thing for me to say, but this is one of the images that was submitted for my initial application to join the British Institute of Professional Photography. That was taken some years ago, and that was one of the images that was commented on as being excellent. So that's not me saying that, that's a Hasselblad master who said that, actually. Creative confession time. By the time this video goes out, these bits will have been filled in. I just haven't had time yet. I just need to get the video done in daylight. So yeah. What are the headings? Creative composition with architectural understanding. Yeah, I'm a experienced trained photographer, but I also understand construction, and I'm actually interested in architecture and architectural details. Technical correctness, verticals, horizontals, correct colours, all that stuff has to be right. Consistency of imagery. I take photos a certain way, and I can take photos of a building one day and then come back and take photos of the same building another day. I can put them together and you wouldn't know which were taken when. That's how consistent my image capture and processing is. I can also extend that now to using different camera systems and get the same look, which is quite interesting, but a little bit too complicated. And let's be honest, if you're an architect, you don't care which camera I use, you just care about the images. I understand that. Just the images you need. I won't give you hundreds of images and say which ones do you want. You give me the brief, I take the photos, I give you the photos that I think satisfy the brief. 99 times out of 100 the client doesn't ask for more images. If the client wants more images, the client gets more images. That simple. My style. I have my own look and style with my image capture and processing, and all the photos on my website have the same style and processing. So if you like the style, great, give me a shout. If you don't like the style, you don't like my work, you don't like the way I produce images, don't hire me, because I'm not for you, which is fine too. When you like construction site photographing, I've been on all sizes and shapes of construction sites. I've also been on all shapes and sizes of construction sites. I'm a current CSCS managerial and professional card holder. I should hold my card up at this one. In fact, I think I will. Sorry, it's now called Professionally Qualified Person. Expires end of June 2022. Did the test in Bournemouth not that long ago. Full marks, proud to say. So, still got it. So yeah, I am qualified. I am competent to go on your site. I'm equipped to go on most construction sites, unless you've got some special requirements, like it's a railway and you need orange high-vis. I don't have one of those, but I'm sure I can borrow one. Basically all my own gear. Another thing that's relevant here is that I'm used to working on construction sites. I'm used to taking photographs on construction sites, so there's no problems with access, mud, climbing scaffolds, going on roofs, going in confined spaces. You provide the safe place of work and I can take the photos there. My gear is quite lightweight, my tripod's lightweight, everything's in a backpack, so my hands are free, so get pretty much anywhere. I've taken photographs from about 150 feet up a crane. Loved it. Which takes us nicely on to the last point. I love buildings, construction and photography. Been working in it all my life, and I don't want to overplay it, but I just do, and I'm a firm believer that you get better work from somebody who enjoys what they're doing. I love architecture, buildings, construction. I love taking photographs, and I'll confess to this, I really enjoy looking at interior photographs that I've taken and seeing what's happening with the light. It goes back to the creative eye and the photographic eye thing. I have a real eye for light these days and what it's doing in a scene and how I can make an image look three-dimensional. So yeah, all stuff I love doing, all good. Summary, haven't written one. Guess I better do one. Some words at the end. I'm a fully insured sole trader entity, registered with the ICO and GDPR compliant. Blimey, that sounds official, doesn't it? Just paid my 35 quid for the renewal. Not sure what I'm getting for my money, but that's what I have to do. And that is it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my photography blog. If you want to go on Pinterest, put in Rick McEvoy Photography, you'll see all sorts of nice, sunny, travel kind of stuff. So please check that out, and I will say goodbye for now and see you next week.